Hi, my name is Mr. Jesse, and this is a somber vlog of my hair. It's not only it's all over the place, but it's the fan over there. Um, it's like 4 o'clock, 4:20 in the morning. Been so busy on Animal Crossing Horizon with my boyfriend and daughter lately. So I heard yesterday about Steve Cash, the guy from Talking Kitty YouTube fame. And my daughter loved that cat. And that guy who did videos and went on that ride with him, from day one, you know. Remember, watching it from day one and enjoying his videos and seeing how talented he was, you know. I'm surprised he didn't take off with his own TV show and with that, and it didn't come to fruition of something bigger than, you know. I mean, this guy was so talented, not just with his kitty videos, but with his music, you know. I mean, seriously, I mean, no one never hear anymore. So, I mean, Sylvester lost his voice because of it. I mean, I feel sorry for those animals. What's going to happen to those animals? He was so brilliant with what came out of his mind. I mean, with the what Shelby saying, and then his music videos. You know, he didn't realize that he made so many people happy. You know, we were all waiting for his videos because it made so many people like me and my daughter, they, made us giggle. You know, I guess it's being in the house, he doesn't help his bipolar, and someone needs to really talk about bipolar more, I guess. Because my mom is bipolar, so I know what Steve Cass is going through. What Steve Cass was going through. I should have reached out to him somehow, saying, dude, I know what you were going through. My mom was bipolar. I knew he was going through one of his manic attributes. I should have reached out somehow or tried to on through one of his pages on his Twitter or whatever. Say, dude, if you need it, I know you probably would not have read any of my posts or anything, but at least I would have at least tried. I can let him know, you know, and hopefully he would have read it and said, and hopefully he would have seen that post, and maybe he could have hopefully that would have hopefully saved him. But we didn't know. We didn't know what was going through his head. He did. I mean, no one knew what was going on in that old Idaho house at that time. at 7 o'clock, between 7 and 8 o'clock. I mean, bipolar is very, very, very uncontrollable. Because my mom just went through a manic skip with bipolar. If you're not on the right meds, it deals with the head. Within a chemical imbalance of something going on in the head. It's very hard to deal with. And it's dealing with being honest with the doctors and stuff like that, and being inside like we are didn't quite help a manic depressive and bipolar person. And I know he talked about he skimmed a little bit on bipolar, which he shouldn't have just skimmed on it. It's nothing to be ashamed of being bipolar. I mean, I've dealt with my mom being bipolar all of her life. I dealt with it. There's days where she's fine, she's normal, she's jovial, happy-go-lucky. Then there's times where she's so depressive, so out of it. I can't handle this. I can't do this. I need someone to talk to. I need this. I need that. I can't do the thing. Yeah, I need some. What am I going to do? I can only imagine what Steve was going through. Why he did what he did. What was going through his head. I mean, where was his wife? Why couldn't his wife just hold him and tell him, you're fine, you're fine? Take that gun away from him. Why did he have a gun? Why didn't she call the cops and say he has a gun? I don't understand. If he was so manic depressive at the time, why wasn't a phone call called? Why didn't she get help for him? Where was she? You don't, when a manic depression goes through that bad of an episode, there are signs. You don't trust the person saying, I'm fine. You don't leave a person saying, I'm fine. You get the person help. You tell the doctor the medication ain't working. There's something going on that you need to get the person help. Or they will end up just like Steve Cash. You will lose that person you love. Because I helped my mom through it. I told my mom to get the help she needs. She needs to talk to do the doctor. She needs to do this. She needs to talk to someone over the phone through helpline. She needs to do. There's helplines for bipolar and depression and everything. You need to seek help. Don't be the next person 6 feet underground. There are too many people dying as it is in this world. Do not. You have people that love you. It's too upsetting for everyone around you to lose you. You have people that love you, no matter who you are. Not if you're a subscriber, a YouTuber, a normal person, whoever you are, you have people that love you. Just go out there and find that person. You will find that person. Trust me, you will find that person. You will find them. Not everyone is a bad person. I mean, don't be like, don't get the help you need. You will feel better after you get that help. I mean, bipolar is very, very, I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. I wish I had my mother here to explain it more, because she's the bipolar person. I mean, she's down in Jersey right now. And this really hits home because he was bipolar, like my mom. For him to do what he did, and for him to be so talented, it hit home just like freaking Cameron Boyce being epileptic like I was. I mean, it just... something, I mean, these things need to be talked more. We really need to be talked more, need to be researched more. Something needs to be done. The chemical imbalance in the brains, the research of the brain needs to be researched more, because people are dying. See, I mean, I enjoyed his 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 kitty cat videos so much. I mean, I was waiting for videos. Been waiting for some. I mean, I was wondering what was going on, and I knew something was going on, because he wouldn't just leave his videos like that. And last video he talked about bipolar, that he was trying to get it under control. Then he was getting, going to doctors and stuff. And then this fucking virus and telling us to stay inside. And it's not good with depression people to stay inside. And I know that for a fact, that it's not good for depression people and bipolar people to stay inside. And I worry about people like that. And I have people in my family that I'm constantly on the phone with now, because due to the fact that they tell people to stay inside. Because not only are they have depression, but they have diabetes. They have this. They could get very sick and die. I mean, he was so young. He was only a couple of years older than me. He was like, what, 4 years older than me? It's just so wrong. This is wrong to take a husband away from a wife like this. A brother away from a sister. He wasn't able to have kids, he would, I mean, he was so down. Why couldn't he see this? Why? I mean, why didn't the wife? Why did they have a gun? Why didn't the wife take away the gun? Why didn't the wife call the cops when she seen him have the gun? Where was she? I mean, bipolar does not just come on. He had to have been manic for a couple days before this happened. You don't just go, I wake up, oh, I'm depressed today. It builds up. My mom, when she's depressive, it builds up with her. Until they can't take it anymore. In their brain, where they can't take the depression, they can't take the anxiety, they can't take the world. They have thoughts in their head that tells them to do it. They have thoughts in their head that tell them to do it. I miss days when I was in high school because I had to take care of my mom because of her bipolar. My stepfather had to miss days because of his bipolar. Bipolar doesn't just come on. Something has to trigger it, and it just builds and builds and builds and builds and builds until something just snaps in the person's head. So where was the wife? Something had to. I'm sorry, I'm a Sag. I look into things. I'm truthful. I'm honest. I'm dead honest here. I hate to be. I know it's sad and stuff, and I'm trying to let the family grieve, but I'm the type of person that goes, what the hell happened here? Where was the wife? Where was somebody when Steve had this gun? Supposed gun. If you know a bipolar depressive person is in that such a depressive state, why would you let someone be near a gun, be near a pill, be near something that would kill themselves? Why wouldn't you not let that person get the help they need? Let's be honest here. The person needed help, and why didn't you get that person help? If I was at that funeral, I'd be asking the wife, why did you not get that person help? It does not just go click, I'm depressed, I'm going to kill myself. Bipolar does not work like that. My mom had a bipolar episode for about 2 weeks. I had to deal with it for about almost 2 weeks. And it was over freaking a shoulder surgery. Something had to have triggered his bipolar. The death of his mother, death of his mother, maybe his cat Gibson. Something had to have triggered it. Something had to have triggered it, and I mean, it had to. Bipolar depression is different. Depression is, oh, I'm sad, I'm this, and then I'm angry. Bipolar, it works on you. It breaks you down. It works and works and works and chips away at you a little by little. This is how my mom, with her bipolar, I don't know if it's different with everybody. With my mom, it chips away and chips away and chips away with her, and there's voices in her head. Where she needs to talk to somebody. If you don't talk to somebody, it starts killing her inside. I mean, she feels alone. Why aren't you talking to me? Why aren't you listening to me? I hear constantly from her. Why wasn't anyone there for Steve? This is what I would hear from my mom for past week and week and a half to 2 weeks when she was afraid of her shoulder surgery. Something had to have triggered something in Steve for the past couple days to a week or whatever for him to do this. Where was his wife? Where was she? She had to have known how depressed she was. Something had to have triggered something. Where was he when he had the gun? Why didn't she lock that gun up? Why have a gun around someone who was bipolar? But she knew that this man was bipolar. And such a bipolar. You don't have such a dangerous weapon around a bipolar. I'm sorry, I hate to blame the white, but I'm sorry. If you just don't go, oh, I'm gonna kill myself. Something had to have triggered. He had to have been depressed for the past couple of days, and she had to have known of how depressed he was. There had to be a change in his mood in the past couple of days. She had to have known there's a shift in that mood in the house and stuff. She lived with her husband. She would know how her husband was. I know how my boyfriend is. If there's something wrong with my boyfriend, I tell him all the time, I know there's something wrong with you. Have you been doing this? Have you been doing... I know when something's wrong. I know something's wrong with my mother. I know when something's up. Because I can tell by the tone of a voice. I can tell by the way they walk, by the way they talk, by the way they saunter into a room. If you live with a person for so long, you know what's going on. You know their routine. They know how they talk, how the mood in their voice. I mean, come on. their vibe around their body. I mean, come on. I'm being honest here. I don't like the fact that a such a motivating YouTuber, talented YouTuber is gone. I mean, he was so talented. Come on. He could have done so much with what he had. I loved his videos. My daughter loved his videos. It's something that brought me and my 16-year-old together. And that's very hard in today's age when you bring someone like her and me together. Two different worlds here. You know? I mean, someone needs to talk about bipolar more. It really needs to be researched and talked about. Epilepsy needs to be talked more, and research needs to be done more on the brain. It really does. Because I was born with a lot of problems because of because my mom was given medication that wasn't really prescribed for pregnant women by a quack doctor. Now I have all these mental problems where I can't do math. I have epilepsy. I have all these learning disabilities and stuff. I mean, I'm lucky I'm even able to think and survive. I'm able to even talk to you and do YouTube and even function. So if I slur my words a little bit, it isn't because I'm drunk or anything. It's because my functionality is the way I'm trying to think. I don't think like you guys. It's the way I think. I go a long way around when I think. Instead of just going poof, you know. So don't mind me. But bipolar is a very tricky thing when it comes to the mind. And doctors really need to not play around with it because people tend to kill themselves because it deals with depression. Depression and bipolar I think, are linked. And we lost somebody because everyone don't pay attention to that person when they say they're bipolar. People don't keep an eye on that bipolar person real closely like they're supposed to. And because of that, we lose that person like Steve, that special person, that talented person. You lose all that specialness in that person. You lose all the special moments that you're supposed to have in the future with that person. Don't. I'm telling you right now, if you have a bipolar person, spend the time with that person. Tell them you love them. And if you see that person struggling, Tell them to get help. Help them through their manic depressive bout. Help them to get the medication they need. Help them to find a doctor. Help them to not help them to get, so they don't commit suicide like this. So they can be around for tomorrow. So they can see the next day. So they can be there for you and their family and your family and their friends. Do not let them be alone. Do not leave them alone. Because if you leave them alone while they're having a an episode, they will end up like Steve Cash is right now. 6 feet underground, dead in a coffin. Because they will end their lives if you are not on top of them. Tell them you love them. You will not do this to us. You will not do that. I am there for you. If you do that, it's stupid. Okay? You have to be strict with them. You have to be stern with them. Tell them we love you, and if you do this, we will not let you do this. You need to seek help. You need to do this. Because they will not listen. Bipolar people have just one thought in their head. You need to force them to do it. You need to get them help. You need to show them that you love them. That you're doing it because you love them. And they will see that you do it for love in the end. That you want them around. Excuse me. Hiccup. Acidic hiccup. Please. Don't just do it for me. Do it for your loved ones. Do it for the people, for their future. This is Mrs. Jessie signing off.